It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. I-70 traffic is ramping up to the holidays. More than 118,000 cars this past Friday into Sunday. That is up 3% in a week, up nearly 41% in 2 weeks, but down 11% from the same weekend last year. Upwards of 1,600 cars every hour could pass through the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels today and tomorrow before tapering off Wednesday into Thursday. Christmas Day, historically the slowest day on the mountain corridor. AAA predicts a record 122.4 million Americans will travel between Christmas and New Year's. That is up 2.2% from the previous record set last year. Nearly 9 in 10 will be road tripping. Today was the warmest day in over a month for Summit County, nearly 55 degrees at the crystallized weather station here in Dillon. This is the warmest second day of winter in 70 years, but it's far from a record. 85 years ago in 1940, we hit 60 degrees. Back in 1995, the temperature today was barely in the teens. And the first coffee shop in Keystone was pouring its first cup of joe.
Inxpot was very different back then because, as Susan describes it, it was our living room.
That was Tom Chehak, co-founder of Inxpot with his wife, Susan Taylor.
There was nobody here. Sagebrush was blowing outside. It was us and about, I would say, 10 people.
And on that opening day menu?
Muffins, coffee, and Jagermeister. But we had little bottles, all the skiers that would come in, all 10 of them would take a bottle of Jagermeister up on the lift with them.
The Chehak's ties to Keystone itself run deep as resort co-founder Bill Bergman.
It was my father's best friend in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He talked my father into investing in the mountain, and so Keystone kind of became our second home.
Inxpot's been like home, even when the Chehaks were nowhere near it. For almost 4 decades, Tom was writing and directing TV in Los Angeles. Susan Taylor authored several novels and launched a small independent press.
One of the things that was our motto was fiercely independent, and that was to keep us away from Starbucks and places like that. We would have the best liquor, the best books, the best music playing, the best of everything.
To this day, Inxpot is known for its muffins and its comfy couches, and quite possibly the best selection of paperbacks you've not yet read.
The shelves are filled with single books that have been my favorites. People I know, wonderful writers that may not have been read by everybody.
Tom and Susan Taylor say Inxpot's not going anywhere. The oldest little coffee shop in Keystone is their legacy.
I think my grandchildren will be working here. They'll be teenagers and they'll be learning the business. I really think that they'll come out here to ski and do all that, and then they want to be baristas while they can.
In sports, tonight the Nuggets play the Jazz. Norway's Atle McGrath won today's World Cup slalom in Italy. World Cup skiers, they're now taking a few days off for Christmas, back on snow this Saturday in Austria and Italy. And in local sports, Summit Ice Sports, they're on break for the holiday, returning that first full week of January. The Breckenridge Vipers are back at home January 10th for a team they've not faced in a few years, the Steamboat Vigilantes. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.